Hi everyone, I'm Michelangelo. Welcome to my conversations with BlueGod, episode number 61. So, of course, it's pretty obvious. I'm so blessed laying here in a hammock in Costa Rica. I'm under the tree where I just mentioned in the previous video that the monkeys were throwing water apples at me. I've been here now 5 days in my new place that I just rented in the jungle, right on the beach. You probably can hear a little bit behind me the ocean, and for sure I will take you there. I did mention that there are some incredible entities on this land. This feels like a magical, blessed, healing space. And it's my privilege and honor to share these energies with you. So know that they're going to be encapsulated in these videos. And yeah, I'm kind of almost speechless, but I know deep inside that a new phase has begun, that there's a journey that we're going to be journeying together. And so let's see how it unfolds live. Of course, what's happening here on this land, I'm writing about with my conversations with BlueGod, and then I'll read about probably a couple of months from now. So you're getting the videos, and then you're going to get the readings in the future. Because for now, episode 61, I wrote about 5 months ago. So I got the image of a key, as though you just gifted me a key, and this key allows me to increase the speed of my manifestation conveyor belt. So just to recap the last couple of videos, they're really important keys, spiritual keys, transmissions of how to align with conscious manifestation. So take advantage, because these are all not only entirely for me, but entirely for you. If you're watching, these keys are being revealed to you right here in these videos. And so episode 61 starts by BlueGod saying, "You are correct. You have just been gifted a key." Remember, these words are for you right now if you're listening. You have just been gifted a key. Just breathe that in. If you didn't watch episode 60, go watch it. Go get that key. Your intuition needs no sharpening. I love how simple it is for you to understand and embrace new concepts. This also is a result of having spent so much care and devotion to developing your inner layers. You are welcome. You are loved. You are deserving, and you are ready. Whew, what beautiful words. I just looked up at the tree, and instead of seeing a monkey right now, because I haven't seen the monkeys in the last few days, and I did mention in the previous videos that the monkeys were throwing water apples at me, and I felt intuitively that there was a disrespect by not asking permission to be on their land, and that's the confirmation that I got by BlueGod. And so I've been starting to make only brief meditations and reconnecting with the land. And I've only been here 5 days, but in the last 3 days, I haven't seen them. So let's see what's happening, how that develops. But these words I'm going to read again because they're so precious. You are welcome. You are loved. You are deserving. And you are ready. Just take that in. Whew. And I wrote back, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been wanting to also ask you something these last few days. I now retested for COVID, and my test came back negative. You have told me that there was more you would share with me about COVID-19. after my test would come back negative. Is this the right time? So again, 5 months ago from now, I tested positive for COVID, and I write about it. And so this is how the whole thing developed, because those of you who still don't realize, I always look for the spiritual, mystical, underlying meaning behind everything, and how I can grow and transform from anything that comes into my awareness, into my life, and then to share it with the world so that we can grow together. So the answer I got was, I said, is this the right time to ask to have more information, details about the energy of COVID-19? And the answer I got was yes and no. What I can say is that the key you have been offered is related. What you went through during your infection helped you to open up to new energies. It is not that I do not want to share more about this now. It is just that you have difficulty understanding. You will have difficulty understanding until you have embodied a few more changes. You will notice in the next few weeks and even months some synchronicities that will be connected to COVID. You will now be able to feel ever more free to engage with certain people and places because you already have immunity. A lot of people will feel more comfortable around you, and this will open up some doors for you. With others who have also tested positive, you will experience a certain camaraderie. And even 5 months ago, I did not know many people who had tested COVID, now positive. Now I know many more people, so it did create this kind of like connection amongst us who already had tested positive. So that was actually pretty interesting, because I made some interesting connections in relation to that. This too will open some doors for you and create some new opportunities for collaborations and support. It will serve as a quick way to feel a certain level of affiliation and even trust, because there is also a level of vulnerability that will be exposed. This too is a key, this time in the sort of a code that you can pay attention to and notice when it is happening. And as I said, it will make more sense when it happens. Happy chatting and meeting. And so, shall we continue? Let's continue. So next morning, so I still didn't write the date so far, because now I write the date every time I write. But at this point, I still had not written the date. But the next morning I wrote, "Good morning. I love how it feels. I love how it really is getting noticeably easier to write to you first thing in the morning, and same for exercising regularly. The first week I had committed to 20 minutes of exercise 6 times per week, but now on the second week I increased to 8 hours per week, which means 120 minutes of cycling per day, 6 times per week, which yesterday I realized it means 80 minutes 6 times per week. Again, playing with the magic number 8. But the great reveal is that it now feels much easier for me to do 80 minutes than it did when I had committed to only 20 minutes per day. How can this be?" So thus ends, where are we? Episode 61. And so in episode 62, I'll be back, probably still in this hammock. Right behind us is the beach. Of course, I'll take you to the beach. It's the jungle first. There's a few meters of jungle. That's how it is on this coast in the Caribbean. There's always a protected jungle area before we reach the ocean and before anyone can build. So of course I will take you to the jungle. We're already in the jungle. There are like monkeys and iguanas and amazing entities here. Of course I'll take you to the jungle. And I was going to say but, not a respectful word. to those entities. And there is a being on this land that I'm looking right at right now that you are going to freak out how much healing I'm getting from this being already. I promise to do whatever I can to transmit its powerful, incredible energy to you so that if you're ready, you can receive some of this healing that I am sure is the reason that I synchronistically, magically even discovered this land. I am you. You are me. I love you. I will see you in episode number 62.